shouldn't be hard. Life should be a fun-filled adventure every day. So now start joining up dots. Tap into your talents, your skills, your God-given gifts, and tell your boss, you don't deserve me. I'm out of here. It's time for you to smash that alarm clock and start getting the dream business and life you, well, of course, are dreaming of. Let's join your host, David Ralph, from the back of his garden in the UK, or wherever he might be today, with another jammed-packed episode of the #1 hit podcast, Join Up Dots.
Yeah, good morning to you and welcome to Join Up Dots. If it's the first time you've listened to the show, then thank you so much for being here. Drop us a line at joinupdots@gmail.com and tell us, whereabouts are you in the world? What are you listening for? Why do you need help? Do you what is it that you want actually in your life? Because a lot of times we kind of get bogged down with what we want in life, and we think we want one thing until we achieve it, and then we actually think we want something else. And I received a message from a guy called Mark, and he simply says, and this is how short the messages can be. He said, "Hi David, do you create any great vision or plan for the new year?" And I looked at it and I thought, that's interesting, because if you've gone back probably 10 years ago, I was very much into the quarterly, the 6-month plans, all those kind of things. And most of those are prone to failure because you're basically projecting too far into the future, where you don't know what's going to come out of the woodwork that's going to stop you and knock you back. And so you're always fighting to achieve these long targets. So I think it's better now to have some kind of loose targets that encompass what you want in life. So I went back to him and I said, yeah, I do. I always have 2 very simple ones. And these are the ones that I'm going to talk about today. So the very first one that I look at is just a personal one for myself. What can I do to be a better person, a husband, a father, and a friend? And I look at that quite a lot because I think a lot of times we let people down because we either say we're going to do something and we don't, or we try to please so many people that we let them down. And effectively, I think to become a real good friend, husband and father and a better person, it's about doing the simple things very, very well. So, for example, my wife doesn't expect a lot in life, but she likes a cup of tea in bed each morning. So I will go down and I'll make her a cup of tea. And then I'll probably make her lunch, whatever. And it's just like little thoughtful things. She's not looking for really big, expensive gifts. She's not looking for more of my time. She's just looking for the things that say to her that I appreciate you and here's a little gesture. Okay. And a lot of things that we can do to be a better person, a husband, father and friend, don't take a lot of time. They don't take a lot of effort. They're not a lot of expense. It's just thinking. Now, yesterday, for example, if you go back 10 years, probably, 2013, 2012, I had a really good friend. And this friend I'd known for years and years and years. And for whatever reasons, he started just getting up my nose. You know, when you have a good friend and then you start to think to yourself, actually, they just annoy me. And you're not really sure why they annoy you. And more often than not, it's not them, it's you. You've just kind of changed. You might be on a different way of thinking. Your path's different, whatever. But anyhow, this person got on my nose, up my nose and on my nerves. And we had a big falling out. And I effectively then blanked him for about 10 years. And one morning I was out in my garden and I thought about him and I suddenly thought I was probably as much to blame as him. And it was just a 50-50 realisation that I was responsible. And so I thought to myself, okay, I'm going to make it up to him. Now, he probably didn't even care. He probably didn't know that I was making little dolls to put pins in on a daily basis so that he would feel pain. But I certainly felt it in my heart of hearts. And so yesterday, I bought some theatre tickets for him and my son. I took them up to London. We saw this show. I then took them out for dinner. I paid for that. I paid for the little ice creams at half time in the theatre with the little spoons that you have to find hidden in the lids. Why is that? Why in theatres is that the only place they hide little spoons? You think, I can't eat this ice cream, I've got nothing to eat. Oh, there it is, tucked away. And I just said, no, it's on me. This is totally on me. Now, I didn't say to him, this is why I'm doing it. I didn't say to him, for the last 10 years, I couldn't stand your guts. I just wanted to be a better person and feel better about myself and clear that off my shoulders so that I'm not carrying that vitriol and that anger around with me. I'm just going, actually, I was the better person here. I drew a line under it. I can't have done anything more than that. And I think there's a lot of people in our lives that they've slighted us, or they've just annoyed us, or for whatever reason, we go 360 and we aren't the right person for them. And I think that's one of the things that we need to do. I think I personally need to make sure that at the end of the day, at the end of the year, whatever, I have been as honest and genuine and kind to every person that I meet, even if I don't get it back. And so I'm always looking for that. I'm always looking at how can I be better for my kids, my grandkids, my wife, and my friend, and also be a better person myself. And now, to be a better person yourself, you've got to start thinking about what your life is like. And it could be, once again, just little simple things. There's nothing radical in this podcast. It's just little things like I started to wake up feeling achy in the morning. My legs were feeling a bit stiff. So I've started to do stretches, and I cycle and I swim, as I say that. I've started having saunas and steam rooms and all these things that just make me healthier, becoming a better person internally and externally. And so that's my first one that I focus in on. Just what can I do to be a better person, a husband, father and friend? How can I be more thoughtful? How can I be more kind? And how can I make sure that I commit to what I say I'm going to do? I don't let people down. I think that's very, very important. Now, running parallel to that is the second one. What can I do to make my life simpler and more stress-free? Now, to be a better person, husband, father and friend, more often than not, you let people down because you've got so much going on in your own life. You're struggling to sort of juggle all those plates. So I'm always looking at that. How can I make my life simpler? What can I do to take things off my plate, but also bring more income in? Because the more income you have in, there's no getting away from it. The more money you have coming into your life, easier life is. There's end of story. I don't care what anyone says. You have then got time. You're not trying to rush around to pay for bills. Life just becomes a lot simpler. So when I look at that second one, what can I do to make my life simpler and more stress-free? I look at it from online business. I look at it from my offline businesses. I look at it about my savings and investments. I look at maximizing every bit of income that I've got coming into me, so then I'm not chasing to fulfill my financial requirements each month. And once you get that, and once you get rid of things that you aren't really you're paying for and you're not really using, and you minimize, and then you look at it and think, okay, yeah, I really do love having holidays all the time, so that's worth me spending. Okay, I really love doing this and that, that's worth me doing. So I like to spend on things that I really want to spend on, but I don't want to spend on things that I don't want to spend on. And if I can spend on friends and family to make their lives better, if I can spend on myself to make myself feel healthier, then that is a lot more worthwhile to me, instead of actually having this life of chasing around doing stuff for the sake of it. So Mark asked me that question, and I thought, that's quite useful for people, I think, because I think we do either not have any goals or targets, or we set these ones that are so specific that we ultimately get waylaid by life. And I don't think that's how life should be. I think life should be looking at it from two sides. If you can make your life simpler and simpler and simpler, but more profitable, then you've got more time, you've got more freedom of location, you've got more freedom of thought to be able to then support the people that really need you and really love you, and then become a better person. So that was my answer to him. Very simple, two answers. How can I be a better person, a better husband, a better father and a friend? And how can I make my life simpler and more stress-free? They are my goals, they are my visions, and they are the things that I use to direct my direction to where I want it to be. And I think all of us can use those and think, yeah, okay, I'm doing too many things. The kids have got too many clubs. I know I'm trying to do that for them, but actually let's look at doing half of them. Let's just do the swimming, let's do the football, and let's get rid of all the others. And then that gives you more free time to do things with your partner, whatever, and just restructuring your focus. Very, very important. So until next time, thank you for listening to this episode of Join Up Dots. And we've got a really good one coming up soon, where we're going to be telling you a following story from a lady in the last show called Bella, who started a cleaning service. And we've now received an email which is potentially one of my most favourite emails I've ever received through Join Up Dots. So that will be coming very, very soon. Until next time, you look after yourselves. Cheers. See ya. Bye-bye.
That's the end of Join Up Dots. You've heard the conversation. Now it's time for you to start taking massive action. Create your future, create your life. It's the only life you've got. We'll be back again real soon. Join Up Dots, Join Up Dots, Join Up Dots, Join Up Dots. Join Up